She slapped me across the face hard, open-palmed, deliberate. The room fell silent. Her birthday dinner, her friends, her family. Me, red-cheeked and exposed, under the soft chandelier light. I didn't say a word. I stood up, straightened my jacket, and walked out. No suitcase, no protest, no goodbye. I just vanished. 5 years ago, I thought I knew her. Elaine, sharp-witted, confident, radiant in that way that pulled eyes wherever she walked. I loved her like a man drowning loves the raft that saves him. She said I was her calm in the chaos. I believed her. We built everything together, late nights planning her fashion boutique. I cashed out my inheritance to fund it. We didn't have a prenup. I didn't think love needed one. I should have known. The slap wasn't random. It was calculated like she wanted an audience. Later, I learned it was her way of ending the show. A humiliating final act. What followed were whispers I didn't get to defend myself against. She told them I'd cheated, drained her savings, hit her. None of it was true. I slept in a rental car that night. The next morning, I wired what little I had left into a new offshore account, under a shell I'd quietly formed the year before. I changed my name. I cut off all contact. I didn't fall apart. I sharpened. The truth unraveled slowly, over 3 agonizing months. A mutual friend, Mike, the only one who doubted her story, sent me photos. Her in the arms of her silent investor. Her lawyer. Her lover. 2 months before the slap, she'd transferred every asset from our joint account into one under her name. The slap wasn't revenge. It was closure. Her closure. Mine would take longer. The first year was hell. But pain, when fed carefully, becomes discipline. I took jobs under aliases. I waited tables. I cleaned floors. I listened. I learned. I taught myself corporate law. Forensic accounting became my language. I moved city to city, building a web of contacts. 2 years in, I bought a small cybersecurity firm under a different identity. I grew it, sold it, invested in startups, acquired their debt, and flipped companies. By year 4, I was the silent money behind a chain of real estate ventures stretching from coast to coast. Year 5, I got the invitation. Private Wealth Society. Elite Members Retreat. Fairfield Estate. Hometown. I almost laughed. She would be there. That crowd was her drug. Old money, new money, fake smiles with sharp teeth. I accepted. The moment I landed, my phone buzzed. Ella Beaumont, local fashion entrepreneur and former socialite, found bankrupt and under investigation for fraud. Boutique chain shuttered. Assets frozen. Alleged shell companies traced back to offshore accounts. My driver turned to me. "Rough week for Mrs. Beaumont, huh?" he said. I smiled. Couldn't have happened to a better person. She didn't recognize me at first. Not with the beard, the Italian suit, the new name, but the eyes gave it away. Her face went white. I was seated across from her at the estate's long banquet table, almost poetic. The same arrangement as 5 years ago, only this time I was the guest of honor. Luca Brandt, the host, toasted. To the serial investor, the tech whisperer, the man who bought half of Tay's Group in a single weekend. Tay's Group, the shell that acquired her boutique's parent company 2 years prior. She lost everything, and she never saw the knife. When she cornered me after dinner, she looked like a ghost. "You did this," she whispered. I leaned in, calm and quiet. "You destroyed me," she said. "No," I replied. "You did that. I just gave you the rope." She trembled, but I wasn't done. I slid a thin folder into her hands. "Court documents, evidence trails, tax violations, all sourced legally, all orchestrated patiently, all pointing to her signature." "You signed it all," I said. "Every deal, every loan, every fake transaction. I just made sure someone was watching when you did." Her voice broke. "Why? We could have fixed things." I stepped closer. "You shattered me in front of everyone I loved. You stole my name, my money, my dignity. This was just balance." 2 days later, the story broke. News outlets flooded with details. Her designer friends dropped her. Sponsors pulled out. People who thrive on image do not survive disgrace. That night I walked the streets of my hometown, hands in pockets, coat flapping in the cold wind. No victory lap, no applause, just silence, just peace. Some scars don't fade. I still see her handprint sometimes when I close my eyes, but now it doesn't sting. It reminds me of the man I became. The one who waits, the one who plans, The one you never see coming. Revenge isn't loud. It's a whisper in a boardroom. A signature on a contract. A man you thought you erased, buying your downfall one piece at a time. End. Would you like this adapted with pause cues or timing suggestions for a voice actor?